Welcome to the campfire. Today, we're going to be continuing our journey through Pleasant Valley, here in the long dark. We gathered everything that we could here, more or less. Just gotta kind of waiting out that wolf moving around. What else can we get rid of? Crap. Things need to be repaired too. So, let's repair this first. If it'll let us. If it'll let us. Christ. That's better than it was. Come on. There we go. What else is in... Oh, hey. These are cloth too. Okay. I thought for some reason that those were cured leather. We'll gather more cloth at the next station and fix those up. Enough time has passed now. We should be free of that wolf. Should be. Alright, it's not chasing us now. Granted, I don't know if the wolf can even get past that spot. Yeah, we didn't grab the battery. We need 5 scrap metal parts for that. Can I... wires are this way. So we got enough for that. Can repair the fuses. So it's just battery and metal. So what else can we drop that's weighing us down? Can I get rid of some of anything? What are we carrying? Okay, we're down to 38. That's handy in itself. Can break this down, because we can't repair it anymore. That'll bring us down a little ways. Oh, what else is in... Let's just eat this. As much as it'll let us. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's put a torch. Ah, yes, we are carrying also those 2 maple branches. So maybe if we drop them to cure here, that'd be fine. Otherwise, yeah, we really don't have much we can drop. Alright. Put that in the notes. PV... Oops. Radio tower. Bring my keyboard closer to me so I'm not... There we go. It's here. Maple branches... No, saplings. They're not branches. We've got 5 of those there. Deer hide times 2, 4 guts. Everything was brought in from the ravine. 3 birch sapling. Put a wolf hide somewhere. I think it was here. I think. No. It was the dam. Wolf skin, not wold skin. Jesus Christ, I'm terrible at typing today and spelling. Clothing. Food? Alright. And just because we can, and it's already here, we're gonna grab that battery. We're gonna drop it here. And put it in. We can find 5 metal and come back. But I'm not gonna drag a battery all the way up. God. I would be wearing gloves doing this, simply because I have done things like this with batteries, and every time if I didn't have gloves on, I would scrape my hands up and be bleeding everywhere. Ridiculous. Just by personal experience, I definitely would have been wearing some gloves. Alright. Let's get down and around and head up towards the farm. Can we go... Is there a billy goat path? Potentially. Yes, kind of. There is a billy goat path. It's just a question of how much we're going to break ourselves on the way. Like that. What I was trying to see ahead of time was if the bear was here. Of course, we broke both wrists. Because why wouldn't we? This game has been good at doing that to me. Alright. We can at least take this out. Continue on the way. And anything that we're gonna have to worry about? This is the only reason I didn't want to drop anything, was from our clothing to make us lighter. Oh, the bear made its way all over there? Okay. Was because the weather was starting to shift into a blizzard. In which case, being a little slower outweighed the negatives of being heavier. Or being warmer outweighed the negatives of being slower. There we go. And being overweight. Because yes, we could have dropped everything, our extra clothing up there, the heavy stuff, and been lighter and more maneuverable. But I feel like in a blizzard, if I got stuck out here, I'd want to be warmer. Another baseball cap. Another flashlight. Let's just toss that in here. Because I never use them. Barely ever carry... no, we want that. Just where did it put it? There it is. I'm blind, it's fine. I need new glasses, I know this. I've known this since I started playing Project Zomboid. Let's grab those. And then it's... go up here. And see if we get any of the magic items that are sometimes up here. Yeah, I see the rabbit hat already. So yes, we're getting something good up here. Whether it's beyond just the rabbit skin hat is a different question. And what condition the rabbit skin hat's going to be in. Ooh. Doesn't help that we're really slow right now. What's on you, buddy? One rifle bullet. Okay. Really? Ah, that is freaking annoying. Alright. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna drop just... That's why we're so heavy. So we're carrying all these books on us. I should have dropped those. And what else can I drop here? There, much faster. Not all that much faster when we're crouching, but I mean, when are you? Alright. Now, at least that drop didn't hurt us. Oh, what the hell? I just fell through the board. Okay, this is a pain in the backside. Trying not to swear because I've already been told a few times that kids do watch my videos. Or parents watch their videos with my kids, so I'm trying to do better about the swearing. Sorry, parents. Oh, what? I'm falling through this board. Yeah, that floor no longer has... Okay. That floor no longer has any collision. I was only gaining collision on the beam. That sucks. I'm gonna have to clip that and report it. There we go. Got everything out of here. Oh, that was painful. I mean, thankfully not actually painful to our character, but painful to me. Alright, let's take a look. Oh hey, and it's in great condition. Now if we can get a couple of those things going, we'll be in amazing shape. I just had to catch more animals and get them to the house. And we've got enough deer skin going that we can easily do the pants. And then, I mean, once we swap wolf coats are pretty good. They're not as good, but they're lighter than the bear skin. The upside to the bear skin is it... I don't know how true this is. It's what the game says. But the bearskin coat makes animals back off a little bit. It adds to their fear counter. How true that is a different question. I've never in my experiences had it actually make any difference. But that's anecdotal. It could be, and I'm just got terrible luck. Which I already knew. It's Murphy's Law. If something can go wrong, it will. What's really funny is that how they depict you having, pain in your wrist is more in line with having a concussion. The blurring and fading of your vision and the sound is more in line with having a concussion. I mean, I'm sure somebody looked at it and went, this is good enough? Because, if pain is severe enough, you break an actual leg or break your arm. Yeah. Your vision kind of gets a little screwy sometimes. Because your brain is being overloaded with signals and you just... something gives. But, it's rarely that significant with, like, a sprain. And we're talking some significant pain to cause your vision to fade in and out. And your hearing to go wonky, as for want of better word at the moment. Because of course I'm trying to do two things at once and my brain's like, yeah, we only have the brain power for half of a thing. What the heck's going on here? How dare you try to think of words? Alright. More potato and carrot, okay. What the heck? I could swear I searched the top one, not the middle and bottom, but... oh, don't do that. Alright. Not right now, anyways. We're carrying so much extra stuff. Wow, that's a lot of gloves. I mean, I'm not surprised that they have a bunch of worn out gloves that they've just tossed into a drawer in the basement, but still, it's a lot of gloves. And what's the button pattern here? Okay. Nope. So we can just drop that. That works. I just wanted to see if there was anything behind it. And there was not. I mean, it makes sense to check behind things you can now move. Oh, but that is also so much lighter. Kind of close to the same benefits. Might be something we swap out to when we're wandering around in the area. You know, dress appropriately for the weather or some such. And anything else down here? Wool mittens. That was another thing to look at. Alright, so decent gauntlets are decent. And they're actually not bad weight either. Oh, that's gonna put us way over. And so we're gonna drop that for the moment. Where is it? Salt. Salt. I mean, we're already heavy, but... jerry can, potato sack... okay. Well, let's go upstairs and start unloading, now that we've picked up some of this stuff. Oh, come on. We are really slow. This place is just loaded up. Alright. Carrots, carrots. Search the fridge and we'll put stuff away in here. This will be food and food related. Okay. What else can we drop in here that we're not gonna miss if we don't have it? I don't want to risk eating that one. Or that one. Or that one. Alright, so food will go in there. Wood can just be left laying. This cabinet. Let's put some of these clothing items. This is why I want to repair those, is they're half the weight and almost the same. Let's put these away. The only reason I'm keeping these two out is to repair them. Let's put some more food items away. That can go. That can go. And let's put some of our extra books. That. Alright. And our weight capacity is back down. Good. one fire that can be easily made. That's all I really need to carry on me. For that. Not carrying too much of those, so we're good there. We are carrying like 3 different kinds of weapon. So I'm going to put these away for the moment. And just make a note that we left it here. And what are we looking at? Time-wise, alright, we're near the end of the day, so... That being said... I'm going to start reading a book. Which one is this? Okay, 5 hours on that. Let's finish... As I say, you know, I'm gonna start reading a book. Like, no, let's get finished looting and then read. Let's get the little things out of the way. Metal pail. Interesting. I thought for a second there that we could pick it up, but no. Come on, anything good? Don't see anything in there. There's a potato on the ground, or on the sink. And drop all these really heavy food items. We'll keep the... So what I'm going to do is I'm going to eat the MRE today. That thing is heavy and low condition, so if we eat it where we can realistically spend a few hours just resting and recovering, great. Better than doing it out in the cave. Or worse, you know, out in the middle of nowhere and it's the last thing that I had on me. Let's grab some cloth, because we're going to spend some time repairing stuff. Sport vest. And a lot of this old clothing, I'm not ripping it up yet, because what if I get attacked by a wolf or a bear and something better gets broken down? We at least have it. You know, sitting somewhere in emergency. That being said, as time drags on and we approach a time in which we may need that cloth, yeah, then I'll start breaking them down. You know, starting with the baseball caps and the other low quality items. Or low value items, because repairing something that's better is obviously going to be a higher value than otherwise. Go through the cabinets. So ripping up a baseball cap to repair a wool toque is clearly the smarter move. Is what I'm getting at. What's that? Oh, candy bar. I just didn't see it before. Alright, so we're gonna get in here. Put that one away. We don't need to carry it if we don't need to carry it. Put half of those down. Some of those down. Let's drop 2 of those. Anything else that's really kind of going to stick out to me? Well, besides that, obviously. Anything else that I can just get out of my inventory? Alright. A part of why we're slowing down is we're also getting closer to tired. Alright. If I'm gonna read any book, I need to go up and get ready to sleep now. So we'll finish searching the house tomorrow. We're gonna do the fire book. Oh, come on. Sprained wrist. Fine. Fine. We'll do repairs instead. Because it'll let us do that. Can't read when you're in pain, but you can sew. Come on, just succeed. Thank you. Only gives us 20%, but whatever. There we go. Yeah, so the difference is 0.8 degrees, but also half the weight. So definitely kind of worth it in my mind. Let's repair this. Brand new. Wanted to repair this. Question is, are we going to run out of daylight? No. Okay, yeah, let's just wear that. So that's what we're going to do. And then this parka, it's great, love it, too heavy. And these gloves, they're great, don't get me wrong. They're just also really heavy. Now we sleep. Alright, so should be able to do 10 hours? Get through the night, and then we'll see how bad the weather is. That'll dictate what else we do. Or we'll wake up and it's still not quite daylight. Weather doesn't sound bad, but that's never a guarantee. Okay. It's bright daylight outside, supposedly. Still can't see shite. As I just said, I'm trying not to. Yet I do it anyways. Alright. Well, let's see. Can we read a book for a little bit here? Yeah, we can read in this. Can't see anything, but we can read in it. There we go. Let's look around, find anything to keep us going. Or anything else that needs to be picked up here. Like these things. We can use the books as firewood. I mean, to be fair, I would not be burning any books unless I absolutely had to. But I'm a person who loves my books. I like to keep them in decent condition. You know, there's no guarantees that you're not going to get a crease in a page or, you know, a worn spine if you read them, but I don't want to burn them, I don't rip them, I don't throw them around, I don't dog-ear the corners. So why would I burn them? I mean, a technical manual? Especially if I had like 5 of the same technical manual? Fair. Okay. Maybe. Maybe I'll burn one of them. Trash magazines? If they're of no historical value or intellectual value, yeah, I'll burn them. But just burning a book? Maybe some of those, like, penny dreadfuls from the 19th century, yeah, the 1800s. Maybe I'd burn those. Let's move this to the stove. And drop a few of these down. Let's put... yeah, we can't anymore. That's full. So we'll put this one down. Just keep the one book on us for now. That will be fine. Let's see. Hockey jersey. Oh, that's not Yeah, varying it up so that we've got some warmth there. We'll be coming back here before we head out. Before we head back anywhere. So, what else? What else can we drop? Suppose we can put down another flare. Put one of those down. Yeah, get that out of our inventory. I don't really use them. From what I understand, I probably should be using them more, but I don't. Let's take 2 of these. And we've got some water on us, we're good there. Okay. Well, and the weather's not bad. So I guess we head over towards the out farm. The big barn over there. Another pry bar. Oh, we got those for days. Another paint can. Jeez. Let's put that down. We'll just leave that behind. I'm not worried about it. I'm gonna hit the other big areas. So Thompson's Crossing, and the barn out this way. Probably will have to deal with wolves going this way, but I also don't want to lose my way. And I don't remember enough about the pathing. To be too fancy with my running around. Oops, wrong button. That's the button for moving faster. There's a wolf right over there. Of course there's a wolf right over there. Let's finish this out. It's 300 calories. And there's 2 wolves. There's something to check here. And then we can try to go around them. Just want to see what might be here. Oh, of course, that wolf is just moving closer and closer to this spot, too. So there's painkillers. Nothing on him. Okay. Then we're just gonna go south and around. Yeah, I hear ya. Don't really want to lose sight of you either. Either of you. The barn's over that way. Did I hear a wolf besides them? No, that must have been the other one barking. We can go around them easily. Good enough. It's the benefit to these wide open plains in the valley. So we can avoid the wolves a little bit easier if we know they're there. Because there's a lot more open pathways to just bypass them. It's the one problem in some of the other areas like Mystery Lake or Forlorn Muskeg where you don't have as many wide open pathways, and going around a wolf is a much longer journey. And you have to determine for yourself whether it's worth going around. Especially on Interloper, do you have the warmth, do you have the resources to go around, or alternatively, on the other hand, do you have the resources to deal with the wolf? Like, do you have a torch on you, or a flare, or rocks? Could you just take it out with the bow? I mean, yes, we probably could have afforded just shooting those wolves. Was it worth doing? Probably not in my opinion, but... you know, you make choices. I don't like wasting my ammunition on wolves if I'm not going to need them. Unless I'm left with no other choice, such as they're already charging at me and I've got to try and take it down. Anything in here? No. Didn't think so, but sometimes. Rare occasions there are things in the tractors. Usually hats or gloves. You even had a torch on you. Could have lit a fire. You could have been saved. Dusting sulfur, so you can use that in combination with something else to make gunpowder and refill bullets. As a plant goes to seed in the fall, a period of hibernation sets in until spring. Okay. I suppose there are some plants that you plant in the fall, but I've never heard of planting things that won't grow until spring in the fall. Tools, put them there. Drop that chunk of wood for now. We haven't had to light a fire in a while, now that I think about it. Nothing down behind there. I'm just surprised we haven't found an axe yet. Or a hatchet. Never find an actual axe here, but... more work gloves. Old-fashioned parka. But it's heavy as all heck. We'll drag that back and... or drag it to Thompson's Crossing and decide to leave it there. Whichever works. What about you? Ooh, we found the hammer again. Okay, we're good there. Searching, searching, scrap metal. And bandage, alright. Nothing back there. Not very surprised. A revolver cartridge that I missed. Okay, we're 4 overweight, but we're not... it's not that big a deal. Okay, nothing in here. Trying to decide where I want to make our eventual... this is our final stop base. I kind of like the Mountaineer's Hut. I've been there a couple times, stayed there a few times. It's a nice spot. But it's also Timberwolf Mountain, and that's well away from everything. But with us staging things in all these different bases, and the travois being built, or being prepared to be built, kinda doesn't hurt. Okay, yeah, so this way is Thompson's Crossing. Got more than enough food, so I don't really have to worry about taking out that rabbit. Otherwise, I would consider it. Well, let's just get to Thompson's Crossing. But yeah, with the travois, and then if we get the backpack, or make the moose bag, if we find a moose to make a bag out of, we could easily carry everything, ferry it from one zone to the next. while also having our strategic reserves in, the regional bases. That's another thing I want to do is, as we get more carrying capacity and things are being stored in different places, I want to consolidate everything down into one regional base per area. Usually towards the center of the zone. So like Pleasant Valley would probably be the farmhouse or that barn. Probably the farmhouse because it actually has a decent, entry point. And Mystery Lake would be the admin cabin because it is central to the entire zone. And then you pick where you're going to live, which Mountaineer's Hut, if we decide to live there, I mean, it also has the benefit of being central to that entire region of Timberwolf Mountain. It's not perfectly central, but it's close enough. Central would actually be the summit, but, well, dragging everything up and down that would not work out too well. This does play to my thought of going and getting the technical backpack. If we want to go all the way up there... you know what? Yeah, I'm not going to be a baby about it. Let's just go get the technical backpack. Let's go up to Ash Canyon. So we're going to stop here in Thompson's Crossing, drop things, make as much space in our bag as we can, keep ourselves light, and then we'll head up to Ash Canyon. Because I've never done it. I have a general idea of how you're supposed to get there. I've just never successfully done it before because every time I've spawned in Ash Canyon is usually when I bother. And my interloper runs have only ever lasted long enough to not get me there. Because I usually end up going to the Forsaken airfield instead for things. And I'm trying to avoid going the same pathway I always go. And it's not like the technical backpack is, it's not a need per se, but it is a good thing to have. I've never needed it on Interloper, to be fair. But I know it's a good thing to have. And then we'll get that, bring everything back that we can from Ash Canyon to at least Timberwolf Mountain. Stash things there. I think that's how I'm going to do it. And then we'll get the tripwire made and bring everything central to... I guess it would be easier to move it up to Timberwolf Mountain if we have to. I don't know. I suppose it's also too early in the game to be deciding on, being dead set on something like that. So we might get everything moved and then be like, oh yeah, I'm totally coming up here instead. And then we go somewhere else and it's like, no, I want to live here. Alright. We're gonna prepare and head up to Ash Canyon. That's the current goal. I'm gonna fight my inner urge to plan out the entire run right away. Let's grab some water. Because we're going to want to have some on us for this run. What about in here? Ugh, yeah, no. Not grabbing that. Don't need to bring any wolves to me. Not at the moment. I could fight them off. I know I can. But at the moment, we don't need to do that. We don't need to run no risks. No extra risks. This is why I need the travois. All this flour. There's like 5 bags that we've found strewn about. And those are, 8, 9 kilograms between them all. Alright, let's get out of here. We may have to go to the crossing first, the community center first, before bothering with the next house. The next house is right here. Alright. I'm checking it. Nothing too fancy. An extra bullet. And okay. Alright, it was fine to check this house first. Really wasn't going to be anything there, apparently. Saunter through the market, because sometimes there's stuff here. Not always. No. Oh, scrap metal. Can always use some more of that. Some mushroom. That's it. Alright. Even less than I usually see there. Because there used to be a backpack that would land in there. Come on, open. There we go. Check out this place. Now I'm realizing why I used to do 1.5 hour long episodes with this. Because 1 hour really doesn't get you very far. Especially when it's not Interloper where there's nothing to find. More matches. So we may even get all the way up to the north. I'm just going to run a little bit longer today. So it's not the same short searching run. Or what feels short, because, I mean, this is 40-some minutes into the recording session. Can opener. There's a bunch of wood, but we don't really need to grab it. Can leave it here. Could centralize it to the community center, yes. Energy bar. And I think this is the one thing I like about Interloper that I'm kind of just realizing is there is less to find. So each... And why that isn't a bad thing is that it forces you to travel further for the same benefit. Oh, hold on. There was an airplane going overhead. A little bit lower than they usually do. So I could see it peeking on my mic. I'm like, alright, fine, I'll pause things. We missed this drawer. Ooh. Thermal underwear. We have a replacement if one of ours gets destroyed. We went through these? Yes. Okay. Can get out of here. Get over to the community center, drop stuff down. Oh, we are very overburdened. But as I was saying, it's one of the things I do like about Interloper is that it pushes you to explore more. You have to go further afield to get the essentials, to get things that will help you survive. And yes, there's ways around that. You can survive in a single region on Interloper, never leaving its borders. It's not easy, and there are some regions where it's easier than others. Definitely helps if you're in a region like Forlorn Muskeg or Desolation Point, the Far Territory, Abandoned Airfield, that's the one, where you have the stuff available to you to make tools. You know, as long as you have a workbench at the minimum, even better if there is a the forge available. Let's put those away, and where are the other ones? Alright, so that's going to drop us a little ways. We're going to put these down, keep the tea on us. Put those teas away. We're going to drop some of the heavier food items. And we'll come back for those. We're ideally not going to be gone long enough to need all of our food reserves on us. Don't need that. We can take that though. Oops. I want our cloth, just in case we're going to need it. I want these... No, we can just drop those on the ground, to be fair. Alright. And then to work out the pathing in my brain, once again, we're going to head up to Timberwolf. We're going to move from there to Ash Canyon. Drop all that wood. Drop the sticks, because we're going to just pick sticks up as we go. Don't need too much extra stuff. Carry a couple of those on us, we'll be fine. What are we carrying so much of that we're getting overburdened? Yeah, we can pick up more of these as we need them. Carry those. We can leave the hammer behind for now. Put 2 of those down. Put the bad one of those down. What else are we carrying that's excess? What else? I'm not really using the insulated flask, so putting that down doesn't hurt us. Carrying this? Do we need it? Timberwolf Mountain, we can stop at the Mountaineer's hut. We can sleep there. Ash Canyon, we can sleep in the Fisher's hut, but we might need it for further in. So it's better to carry it. Put the sock on. Alright, we got time to get to the north end of this map. Let's pack things up in here, and we'll head out. I think we'll also load ourselves up with calories before we go, just so that we don't have to worry as much about eating, at least on the first leg of the trip. Got bullets. We've also got the rifle. I'm tempted to put down the book, because what if we really don't need it? But I like to keep something on me just in case I need to fill out time somewhere. And it is an easy way to boost some of our skills without having to do too much. Cooking oil, carrot, broth. Yeah, you definitely find a lot of food here, which is fantastic.
I need to find food.
Cooking skillet. Put that on there as well. Alright, we've already done that. Alright, these two drawers. Okay, easy enough. What about you? Energy bar. Can't get to that behind there. I'm not going to worry about it right at the moment. Nothing. Okay. I'm alright with there being nothing right at the moment. This is just more stuff I'll have to put down. Flashlight, yay. Get another one of those. A thing we don't really need. Stacy's. There's antiseptic. And more antiseptic. I'm not going to complain. It is kind of useful to have if you get hurt. And I tend to do that a lot. We got the stew recipe. Anything else? Just scoot our way through here. I almost wish I could find the regular rifle because the Vaughn's rifle is nice and it's heavier. And right now weight space is at, or storage space is at a premium. Driving gloves. Alright, so drop this. Fantastic. Driving gloves. Yeah, a lot of these things are just terrible. But what else did we pick up? Well, yeah, we picked up that, which is heavy as all sin, but didn't think we picked up that much stuff. Was it really all in food? Food and water, yeah. It's fair. Let's put some of these heavier cans away, like I said before. Alright. And we're gonna eat... or wait in some of these other things. Let's get a tin of sardines out of the way. Granola bar. Granola bar. And that should put us full calories, yep. We'll drink our water. I do have a recycled can on us, so we can make water on the road as we need. Let's put down a liter or two of this. And that should put us at a decent weight. And then we head north. The weather's getting bad, so we'll march along the river. Because there's several places to stop if you need to along here. That's another insulated flask that we probably won't use. Got it. We're just going to head up north along the river here. So there's cabins at the halfway and then at the turn to the at the north end. And the one at the at that turn is where we need to stop anyways and get off the river and keep going north. Can't remember if that's the deserter's cabin or if that's which one that is, or is the deserter's cabin the one that's only halfway up the river? Alright, reload this. There we go. And we're ready to go. ready to fight for our right to go north. To party! Just keep on moving. Just keep on moving. I love it when it's foggy. In real life, in video games, all it ever makes me think of is, like, Silent Hill. And I love those games, don't get me wrong. I found I can't do them for entertainment value on my channel because I get more scared than I normally do. Because, as I noticed it with everything else, is that when I'm trying to split my brain power between playing the game and trying to be entertaining and or informative, my gameplay goes down and my ability to react to things goes down fairly significantly. Oh, where was that noise coming from? Oh, it's the moose. Yeah. I'm getting out of your territory, buddy. Don't you worry. I have the rifle. Not saying it would be the most useful, but... And it would be a terrible idea to try and take it down right now. Because we're on a mission for something else. Hitting that on the way back, though, would be handy. But it's a good idea to keep this loaded. I'm gonna pull out the pistol again. Yes, I'm trying to stay away from you, dude. Don't you worry. I have no intentions of fighting you. Where? Guess we go up and around these rocks, and now I'm starting to lose where I'm at because I've never gone this way. I've always gone up the river. But the moose is there, and I'm not fighting that moose right now. On the way back is a different question. Not when we're trying to head into the wild unknown. Well, yeah, we can just follow the road. The road's not a bad idea. Gets us well away from him. But I think it puts us closer to wolf territory, too. And in the fog, it means we might walk up on the wolves before they'll see us before we see them, kind of thing. Because that's just how this game works. They are not affected by the weather, unlike us. So in bad weather, we have to be more reactionary than anything. Okay, I think I know where we're at. Oh, come on. Okay, it's coming from over there. Let's just keep it behind us. It's pork and beans, got it. Kinda knew that was coming, though. That it was gonna bring us right past a wolf. Right where I didn't want to be. Come on, just go away. Yeah, you're catching up on us. Which is why the music keeps changing. And I gotta keep an eye out for other wolves that might come up on us. Or that will come up on. Did you finally bugger off? I don't hear it anymore. And I don't see anything on the soundbar that would tell me that that was definitely a wolf sound and not my feet crunching. Alright, so where are we? It's kind of part that I don't know at the moment. I know we went north, but we have long since diverged from where I know. I think we're near the Waterfalls Park. And especially since we're going up. There's a deer body, and we're still going up. Yeah, okay, I know where we're going. I don't know exactly where we're at, but I think I know where this road goes. In which case, diverge to the right? Or do I have to go a little further up? You know what? I'm not going to try and go outside of where I know for sure right now. Not in this weather, where I can't see. I'm going to wait until we come up to the crossing with the car accident. Yeah, okay, so here's the bridge. If we follow along... I forgot that this came up first. I thought the bridge was after for some reason. If we follow this along, we reach a cave system. And... so if we come up... we can go this way... kind of shadow the river a little bit. Come up to the waterfalls picnic area. Or is this a lot steeper than I remember? No, we're not. It's not too bad if we get towards the center of it. And then it gets bad again. Come on, stop being a sprain risk. Thank you. There's a picnic area up this way somewhere. Hoping we don't just walk up onto a wolf. It's just a little bit further, I think. Yeah. Alright, so that... we diverged from the path again that I was thinking we were taking. If I keep going this way... those are wolf tracks. Come on. Shit. Where? All right. I think I have no idea where I'm at. Okay. So where along this am I? If I go this way, I should hit the river. This looks like the cave. Yes, okay, I know where I'm at now. Thank you. So I know where I'm at. If I turn this way and walk along this, I'll hit Timberwolf Mountain. I've just got to pay attention for the spot where I need to turn right. And my cat has jumped into my lap. Hello, kitty. Hi, Sashi. Yes, you're a good girl. Her tail is dangerously hitting the trigger button. Okay, yep. Here's the outcropping. I think I could see this before. But I wasn't sure which outcropping this was. So if we come down here, should be a general ability to go right very soon. No, you do not get up on the desk. So that's where I keep your treats right now. Really should put them in a better area. There's a wolf around here somewhere. But here's where we turn right. And my cat is trying to make a strategic leap to where her treat bag is. Okay, yep. Wolf. But here's the way up. And the very big reason why I was trying to drop all that weight. Hold on. Going up this. Where's that wolf? Okay, did we... We don't... Wolf is right down there, okay. We might not get up this. So we might have to hunker down and... There. Get that out of our way. But I missed! Jesus Christ. How did I miss? Alright, hold on. Alright. I can now make better adjustments to what I'm trying to do here. Can't get in there. There's no good spot here to kind of rest ourselves. Oh. Is there a good way to get up here? 'Cause I don't know if we'll make it. Yeah, too encumbered to climb. Yay. Yeah, because we will have to rest first. Alright. No good options, no good choices. Let's go this way. God dang it. This time, don't miss. And I missed anyways, didn't I? Yep. Still, no? Yeah, I missed. Alright, let's go back to the cave. Let's go to the cave, we'll sleep, and get ourselves ready for the climb. It's a good thing I got so much ammo. I just follow my footprints, I can make it to the cave and just rest for the night. Cat? Hi. Alright. Okay. My cat really wanted a snack. It's like, well, you have been a good cat all day. You can have a treat. Should really hide these things so that she doesn't keep coming up for them. Alright. Onward we go. I mean, it's just freeze-dried chicken bits. Which... no different than her wet food, really. At the end of the day. Okay, why are you being so incessant today, Sashi? What is it? What has got you bothered? Alright, we're in the cave. We're gonna wait some time by reading. So that we can get another 2 hours? Nope. We got one though. drink our water. Got enough food. We don't really have to eat anything. Cat! Stop! Hold on. Okay. She had hopped up here again and then proceeded to knock over my coffee cup to voice her displeasure over the state of things. What the state of things was her water dish was a little closer to empty than she liked. Meaning she had taken 2 sips out of it, and it needed to be moved. Because that's just how cats are sometimes. Let's drink some water. Let's also drink a soda and hope we don't get the food poisoning. Okay. Where is the way out? And I can't see a way out. Okay. Light. There's the exit. Nope, that's further in. This is the exit. And then we gotta put this away. You know, it might actually save us a little bit to refill the lantern. Yeah. That actually dropped us in weight a fair bit, to be fair. I think like 0.1 or 0.2 kilograms. Which never makes sense to me, but fine. I will accept it. I think once we get to the Mountaineer hut, I'm going to take a minute to clean the weapons, prepare them properly for going further into Ash Canyon, because we're going to have to deal with a lot more wolves the further in we get. And things just... the aiming seems off, it feels off. And maybe it's the condition they're in, maybe it's just I'm terrible at aiming in this. But we're going to take care of this. The rifle really needs to be cleaned and maintained. And I've just not bothered up till now. Because I don't really intend to hunt much yet. But it needs to be done. And we're about to enter an area where it will need to be done. Because we might have to fight a lot more just to get where we're going. Alright, let's put that down. At least that wolf is leaving us alone this time. And we can go up. Should be able to get all the way up this time. We can stop right about here. We don't need to. We're almost there anyways. Alright. Well, it's a good thing I didn't drop the bedroll when I was contemplating leaving it behind. We're gonna bring some firewood with us. And that should be the entry. Alright, grab a few more sticks along the way. Really don't know why I keep one of my headset cups off my ear. I live alone. Suppose just in case I need to hear the door. Not that it really matters, my right ear is not exactly good at hearing things. Especially not anymore. Yeah. Wasn't this bad when I left the military, but it's only gotten worse with time. And the funny part is, you know, my right ear sucks for hearing things. Whenever I need to hear something, I take and expose my right ear to it. It's like, wait, why? I can't really hear all that well that side. But it's just always been habit to use my right ear to hear things. Primarily, especially when I hear people talk. Either way. We're still getting colder, but we're not losing heat that badly anymore. We're also in a spot where we could probably put a fire up if we had to. I think we're gonna come up on wolves before we hit the hut. So I should probably keep this out, just in case. Oh, that is a beautiful sight. It's just a little bit better than me walking out onto my balcony, because the mountains are closer here than they are to my balcony out here. It's the one nice thing about this apartment. I have a good view of the mountains. Alright, so if we follow this way, I believe... Yeah, because there's one wingtip, other wingtip, we just passed the wheel. Should hit where we're going. There's wolves over up that way. So if we go this way, I think this is where we're going. Where we're trying to go. There's water. Rather, the lake, I guess. I think... Yeah, if we cross this way, we should be near enough the hut to see it. Oh, yep, because there's the fishing huts. So this is the right way. Yep, okay. We are in the right spot. And there's a wolf. So if I go up and around this way, maybe we can avoid the wolf. Or at least have the high ground. Kind of figured we were going to have to deal with that. I was hoping we wouldn't have to, but... You know, wish in one hand, crap in the other. See which one fills up first. Or, better way to put it, hope for the best, plan for the worst. Alright. Yeah, there was two ways to get here easily. Granted, I think it might have been faster if we just walked the other way. And here we are, Mountaineer's Hut. This is where I was thinking I was going to stop at first. And since we're here, Chasm Cave, don't know what that... I think that's one of the two ways to get to Ash Mountain from here. Can repair that, I believe. Can we repair it? You need 20 cedar firewood. Jeez. That is expensive. But not unbelievable. You do have 4 to start with. Alright, let's put this down. So that can be useful here. Flare, Climber's Journal. Arrived at the base of Timberwolf Mountain. Looks like there were some nice cracks, just like Clive said. Going to set up a top rope and do some bouldering until the others show up, hopefully soon. Wondering if my friends got lost, as they still haven't arrived. Woke up in the night to a deafening noise and a fire on the mountain. Went to check it out, but the weather got nasty and I couldn't find my way. Clear day. Went out again. Found some metal cargo crates. They look like they might have come from a plane. Still smoke coming from the summit. I'm heading out to see if I can make it to the peak. And he never came back, clearly. Either that or he left by a different way, which also could very well be. Ski jacket. Alright. Yeah, let's drop things in the hatch. Some matches. All that firewood. That works, that works. See, put that away, that away. Yeah, the ski jackets are nice. Can't remember. Are they the same? No, slightly worse than the urban parka. So good. I'm just going to leave one behind. Let's take... that down, put that one down. Okay, simple arrow. Like I said, what I'm gonna do here now is I'm gonna take some time and get things repaired. Clothing mostly in good condition except for the boots. Let's repair this. There we go. Whoops. I want to repair that, not take it off. There we go. We're in decent enough condition otherwise. Now I just need to repair the firearms. Let's clean these up. Get them in serviceable condition. Basically anything over 70% seems like a good idea, but... yeah, let's see. Improvement condition is only 3% at the moment. That is rough. 4% now. So as our skill goes up, the better we get at this. Yeah, we've only got an 84% cleaning skill. Or 36. There we go. Let's do one more clean on it. And then the rifle. We're improving by 4% every time we click OK on it. I think you can also... I think 4% is the guaranteed. Let's see here, 53 and it's 4%. So if we go up one more, it should be 57. Yep. I was thinking, like, is there a critical chance where it cleans a little bit more? But no, it doesn't seem to be. 61, that'd be right. 65, yep. Let's get this a little better. 69. Nice, nice. 73. Cleaning skill is 46. It's still only 4% condition improvement. You'd think that that percentage would go up a little bit. Because you get better at cleaning things. The first couple times you clean a rifle, you know, Especially if it's one you don't know very well, you've never taken it apart and cleaned it properly before. Yeah, okay. I can see you not cleaning it very efficiently. But you do it 2 or 3 times, you start to be able to zero in on what needs to be cleaned right away and where the spots where it builds up the most are. So you start to be able to take things apart better, clean it out a little bit easier, so on. I want to just put these on the ground. So we got a bunch of wood. I mean, we're probably going to want to stay here overnight. I was thinking about hunting a rabbit, or if we have to, a wolf. Get some food. And not use up our stockpile. If there's no rocks, wolf might be the better choice. Let's grab some sticks for when we have to cook. More firewood. Is that a rock over there? No, that's a stick. Well, not the obvious stick, but the one that was kind of facing the other way. Yeah. More stick. I don't see any rocks, but I also don't see any rabbits. Kind of hoping we'd find a rabbit around here, but to be fair, I don't know where they spawn anymore, and if I remember the update correctly, animal spawn locations are a bit more sporadic. They're not necessarily guaranteed in a single spot. Okay, so there's 2 rabbits here. We can at least get the one. And got it. Got the one. Good enough for me. And we'll get back into the hut. Get it cleaned up and eaten. I want to keep that 35 kilogram max instead of 30. That's for dang sure right now. Especially if we're going to go traipsing up the mountain. There we go. Alright, so harvest this guy. Oh wow, he's not going to give us much. Whatever. It's all good in the hood. Alright, we're going to drop that for the moment. Granola bar. Get us some calories. Start fire. 20 or 90% chance? I'll take it. Come on. Come on, little fire. There we go. Add fuel. Let's just, yeah, do the sticks. Because that'll give us a good couple hours. Cooking spot. Put that in. Let's make some water, because we can always leave it here. 30 minutes? What takes... Okay, so that'll get us the food ready. And then... can eat that. cook. No, let's not do anything too crazy here. Give us this. Get the skin off of it. We can set that to work. We still got an hour and a half. So we can make more water. And then by the end of this, we should be able to also do make some coffee. We'll have that in case we absolutely need it later. We run into a spot like we did with so 50 minutes. Let's make, like I said, let's make a tinnock or some of the coffee. Where we were trying to climb that rope, and if we had had some coffee on us, we would have made it easily. But because we had foregone making coffee earlier... Granted, I really had forgone a lot of things. Oh hey, there's a storm lantern here that I didn't notice. Okay. Let's put the lesser of two, that one, the one we just picked up. Is there anything else that I missed somehow? No. Okay. It's kind of like, if I missed that, what else did I miss? And let's make a second one and have it just ready to go. So the weather is shifting here. Still wouldn't be cold enough to drop our temperature at all. Good to know. Let's eat some of our food, get our calories up, and then we'll sleep. And with this, I'm just gonna do that and then sleep, and then that's gonna be it for the day. So if you like the video, like it. Thank you for joining me here by the campfire. Like the video if you like it. If you have questions, comments, concerns, witty remarks, recommendations, and suggestions, put them down in the comments below. Subscribe if you want to. Join the Discord if you want to keep up with us and, you know, have a more direct involvement or commentary. The link is in the description. And as always, have a wonderful day.